around about 2012 be this: the opening or the initiation, the inauguration of a post-human world in which man and computer, the cyborg is born. People might laugh at that, but if you have the eyes to see it, what is it that really makes a person human as opposed to a machine? What are people doing with their emotions right now? Are people happy and adjusted emotionally? Are people even looking at their emotions? Do people even understand what emotion is? Or the subtle differences between emotion and sensation, you see? Are people dealing with the dark side of their content? Or are they acting out in dysfunctional ways? Are they locked in dependent-based codependent relationships? Are they enslaving other people to their belief systems? Are they power tripping? Which one of these is it, you see? Well, sadly, it's all the latter.
What's wrong?
Nothing really. I just feel that I need something stronger.
If you have a problem, don't hesitate to ask for assistance.
Yes, thank you. I'll be all right.
Call 348-5. What's wrong?
I need something stronger.
Take 4 red capsules. In 10 minutes, take 2 more. Help is on the way.
Remember, an interval overdose may cause a serious chemical imbalance.
I needed some Panura last night. I feel as if something
Excellent.
odd were happening to me. Something
Yes.
I can't understand.
Could you be more specific?
The sedatives. I'm taking Atrazine, but it doesn't seem strong enough. I have a hard time concentrating.
You are a true believer. Blessings of the state.
Please forgive me.
Blessings of the masses. Thou art a subject of the divine, created in the image of man, by the masses, for the masses. Let us be thankful we have an occupation to fill. Work hard. Increase production. Prevent accidents. And be happy.
So could it not be that in exactly the same way as a person will take a medication, a drug, a panacea, or some other kind of escape to escape their own inner emotions, in exactly the same way as that happens on a daily basis? If the government comes along tomorrow and says, we have the perfect way for you to get rid of these troublesome emotions, would the world not buy into it? I think the world would buy into it in 5 seconds flat. They would. They're already doing it.
This pill can solve all of your problems. It's called Prozac, and it may mean the end of depression as we know it.
I've been taking Prozac for 2 years.
And what difference has that made?
Brilliant.
Oh, she's
Yes.
smiling. Eyes lighter.
And I feel as if I'm back to normal.
You feel normal?
Yeah.
And you feel a better person?
Yeah. Yeah.
Has it worked? You look very dubious, my friend.
Apparently it has. I can't help being suspicious of it. I don't think she's the woman I married.
Why?
I think she's changed.
In what way?
I don't know. But there's something there that is different.
Okay, she's not the woman you married. Is she a better woman?
No, she's different.
Medication, the prescription drugs are on the skyrocketing. Illicit drugs, of course. The climate of debauch, the feeling of disgruntlement and utterly alienated feelings, you see, of these mutilated teens who don't meet any wise grandparents, who are latchkey children, you see, who never see their parents. They grow up on fast foods and popcorn and the television. You mean to tell me we can do all of that and then expect that there's going to be some glowing utopia in the future? What kind of delusion are people in? Nature is being toppled every 5 minutes to put new buildings and apartments, That whole contradiction of then you cut down the trees and then you name the streets after them. So if you have all of this and you're rational, you start to see that, wait a minute, man finds his own inner nature, his own psyche troublesome. He's not at peace with himself. He's certainly not even able to handle his own darker emotions. He has segmented and divided his consciousness into infinite parts. There's only one mind, one consciousness, but he has divided it into so many sections. The body and the brain, the heart and the mind, the soul and the brain, the soul and the mind. The psyche is now conscious and unconscious. The ego has, separate compartments. Well, says who? All of this division, because man is desperate to disassociate. That's a form of mind control. In fact, they know that in clinical mind control experiments, disassociation is one of the primal things. It's the first thing, is to break the mind up into many fragments. They usually do it through trauma. So man is traumatized on his own by operating in the world. He gets traumatized in his relationships. He may actually physically be traumatized by rotten parents. So we're talking about very, very physical things here. We're talking about people who may have undergone enormous abuse in their life. We may be talking about sensitive people who've been very, very betrayed and done, had terrible things happen to them. And that causes all sorts of ramifications, trauma, loss of center, terrible, blame game stuff can happen, or just a frozenness, a sense of trauma that just freezes your circuitry. Lack of trust, terrible hostility, defensiveness, all of that. In fact, some people have said that the ego is nothing but a mass of defenses. Ego, consciousness, is nothing but a mass of defenses. This is completely accepted. But to cut a long story short, what happens if we get to a place where people are so novice at even dealing with the most rudimentary psychic disturbances, shall we call it? In other words, anything that comes to ruffle the surface of that, Disney World fake Hollywood creation of their